Hello and welcome to the last and the final day of the 3-day content challenge. I can't even believe how these 3 days have gone by. Literally, like it has been so good. And I would love to see your comments, your DMs on, how good the trainings were. And I'm also loving all the posts that you have been creating using the prompts that I have shared with you in the past 2 days. So I'm so excited and I'm a little bit sad that our time together is coming to an end. But of course, this is just the beginning. And for those of you who are new in my world, there's so much more to explore. Stay in my world, consume my free stuff, sign up with me for some of my paid programs, and stay here. I'd love to have you, and a very warm welcome for today's training. Drop a one in the comments below if you have been attending the past 2 days, and let me know if you watched both the trainings. Let me know how the trainings were. Did you get some amazing takeaways from these trainings, and what were your thoughts? But just let me know if you watched the day 1 and day 2 of this training. I'm going to share my screen till then because we have slides today. And yes. So, in day 1, we covered how to get more eyes on your content, how to reach your content to more people, how to increase your reach on all of your posts, all of your content that you put out there. I shared all of the strategic things that you can do, the tweaks that you can make to get more reach and get more people to read your content. And in yesterday's training, I covered what are the things you can do, or what is the type of content you need to post so that you're attracting people who are empowered, who are ready to buy. And today's topic is going to be so good again, and it's going to be like a mini crash course. So grab your pen and paper, get ready to take notes. You have the replays till the end of this week, so you can always come back to them. You can take notes, you can implement things. And after this week, the replays will be pulled down, but you have a lot of time to get through to them. And let's get started. So, in today's training, I'm going to cover how to sell your offer on your stories. And this can be anything. It can be your Instagram stories, or it can be your Facebook stories. But I must say this one thing before I speak about, stories, the topic of stories, that I personally have found that my Instagram stories have a better conversion, have a better reach, and have more views as compared to my Facebook stories. But I've heard people use Facebook stories as well, and they use Facebook stories just as people use Instagram stories. For me, what I have done is that my Instagram and my Facebook accounts, both of them are linked. So any story that I put on my Instagram, it automatically goes to my Facebook. So I don't really create any particular stories for Facebook, any new stories for Facebook. All of my Instagram stories automatically go and are uploaded and shared to my Facebook page as well. My Facebook profile. Sorry, there are a lot of different terms in for Facebook. So I use my Facebook profile, and it gets shared there. I personally haven't put in a lot of thought as much as I do for a lot of my other content to create Facebook stories, but I think I'm sure that if I do, even those would start converting better. So whatever I'm saying today, whatever's covered inside today's training can be used for both Instagram as well as Facebook. So, first of all, I want to get this out and clear because a lot of people don't really know what's the importance of stories and why you should be including stories in your sales strategy or in your content strategy. But I want to tell you that stories are really important. In fact, I have an entire program, like a mini course on, how to sell your offers on stories. like, what sort of content to create, how to post your stories, how to, create stories, a lot of those things. And but I'm going to cover a lot of it today in today's training. So the reason that you need to be on stories, the reason you need to be posting more stories is because your warm leads are hanging out on your stories. So your stories are something that somebody who's not following you or somebody who's not your friend cannot view. Only once they follow you, only once they are your friend, is when they can view your stories, which means that any cold people, any cold leads are not really getting to see your stories, as is with your content. But your stories are being viewed by people who are already in your network, which means they've taken or they've made that one step to be in your circle, to be in your world, which is why your stories are being watched by warmer leads. So it really depends on how you nurture these leads. What is it? What are the steps you take? What's the kind of content you create for your stories to move these warm leads, to nurture them even more and turn them into spicy hot? Stories let you show more of who you are, because let's face it, nobody really wants to buy from a computer screen, right? How does it feel when you speak to, just a screen? If you don't see the person behind these offers, if you don't see the person behind those content pieces, you wouldn't feel that connect, right? So which is why it's very important for you to use your stories to showcase more of who you are, your values, your beliefs, what you stand for, how you embody the results that you talk about. And the other thing that you can do via stories is that you can share the embodiment of your offer in real life. It's one thing to talk about your offer, it's one thing to say that this is where I'm going to help you reach, this is the result, or this is the transformation I'm going to help you get. But it is another thing to actually show it in action. And I'm going to share with you in just a couple of minutes how you can share the embodiment of your offer. And what I really mean by embodiment, because up until a few months back, this word was very like alien to me, and I didn't really know. Like, I would hear people talk about embodiment, embody the results, but I really didn't mean, I really didn't know what it really meant. So I'm gonna clear that out for you, because if you're like me, if you don't know what it really means, then it's gonna be a lot more clear to you. So, and another major thing that you can do through your stories is you can use your stories to do your lead generation call outs. This is something that I'm going to be covering in depth inside my upcoming program, High Converting Sales. And I'm going to be talking about, and I'm going to be sharing my process of how I call out my leads forward through my stories, because they are really and literally the easiest way to call your leads forward, to let them raise their hands, to let them tell you themselves that, look, I'm interested in your offer. So these are the reasons, and I'm sure there'd be a lot more reasons for you to be on stories. But if you are not using stories currently in your content strategy, in your sales strategy, then it is time for you to get on stories. But if you are using stories and if you are posting on stories, but your stories are not converting, they're not resulting in the sales that you wanted, it's not resulting in the conversions that you expect, then there are a couple of things that you probably are doing. And those could be that you're probably just sharing your feed posts on your stories. And I see this mistake, I see a lot of people do this mistake, which is all that they use their stories are for sharing their reels or sharing the posts that they've created on their stories and nothing else. There's no context to what the post is about. There's nothing else, no other story, just the post that they've shared. And that's it. Why would people click on that post and want to read when you're not giving them a reason to read? So, giving a little context, posting different kinds of stories, that really helps in, you generating more views and more reach for your feed posts as well. But you need to stop only and only sharing your own posts or other people's posts or random quotes on your stories. You are probably not posting different types of stories. So, you like the different types of content, you need to be posting different kinds of stories, which I sort of covered in yesterday's training also, but I'm going to deep dive into what it really looks like in today's training. And I'm going to share some really cool examples with you. But chances are that you're probably not sharing different types of content. You're not sharing different types of stories that are going to move your leads down the funnel. You need to understand that, people need different things to make a decision. People in your audience are at different stages at all the time. So you need to be posting different types of content. You need to be talking about your offers in multiple different ways so that you're nurturing your leads. Because remember, these are your warm leads. So all you need to do is you need to take your warm leads, you need to nurture them by using the types of content that I'm going to be sharing with you in just a couple of minutes. And you're going to move them down the funnel and you're going to turn them into hot leads who are ready to buy. You are probably not using stories to sell, but instead what you're doing is you're just posting your personal stuff. So this is a mistake that I see so many people make, and that is that they use the Instagram stories as a personal scrapbook. They'll go out for dinner, they'll take out their camera, they'll open up Instagram and they'll start posting stories about the food that they're eating, or if they're on a holiday, they'll post about the holiday that they are going to, or what are they doing during the holiday. But that's about it. It's not your personal scrapbook. If you want to share all of that, go create a personal page. But this is your business page. Everything that you do, everything that you post needs to be with a purpose. And I'm not saying that don't post personal content, because that's really important. It's extremely important to be posting your personal stuff. And I'm going to share how you can do that. But you don't need to only and only post personal stuff. You need to be using your Instagram stories to sell, because like we spoke about this yesterday, your feed is for educating. Your feed is to build your credibility. Your feed is for other things. But your stories are for you to sell. Your stories are for you to generate leads and to convert them into clients. So have a healthy mix of, sales content, personal content, and different types of content. Another reason why your stories are probably not converting is because your stories are really boring. And let's face it, I'm sure some of you out there might think that, oh yes, my stories are really boring. And I'm sure you have come across coaches whose stories are really boring and you just skim through them, or you just swipe and you don't want to, read them. And that is because either they probably have a lot of text going on. These days, people do not have the time and the attention span to read so much text. Add a mixture of different types of stories, like, some could be where you're talking, some could be where you have written stuff, some could be just, showing things and depicting things. So have a mixture of different stories. And even if you have to write like a lot of stuff on your stories, which I highly encourage you not to do, but even if you have to, break it down, create some pattern and interrupt, create like, some blocks, add different colors, add like emojis, add like, all of those features that Instagram has provided, like, polls, stickers, questions, all of those things. Use all of them, and make your stories more interesting. That's when people are going to stop. People are going to, if your stories are catchy, that's when people are going to stop and read and want to consume your stories. So let me know in the comments below if you are doing any of this. Drop me a yes below and let me know if you're making any of these mistakes on your stories currently. Okay, so now we've seen why you need to post stories. We've seen what are the mistakes you're probably making if you are posting stories, but they're not converting. So now let's come and see what is it that you need to be posting to turn your warm leads into hot, spicy leads. So in this section, I'm going to be sharing the different kinds of content that needs to be going out on your stories. So the first one is the embodiment of your results. So yes, now we come back to the topic of embodiment. What is embodiment? Basically, what embodiment means is that any result that you are talking about, you're saying that, okay, come join my program and I'm going to help you, create really awesome, potent, highly converting content. What does it really look like for you? It's okay to say that, but how has how do you create potent content? How do you create content that converts for you? Showing all of those things, show them that what is possible for them to achieve. Because a lot of times you talk about these results, and in your ideal client's mind they might be thinking that, oh, good for her that she's achieved those things, but I definitely do not see myself achieving that. So it is your duty as a coach, it is your duty as a service provider to make them understand and to make them realize that yes, it is possible for me too. And share how the process that you cover, the process that you use to get your clients from A to B has impacted your life. And I'm going to show my stories, and this is going to get a lot more clear. Share parts of your life that relate to your offer. Like I spoke about the personal stuff. If you're posting personal stuff, how does it relate to your offer? How does it all tie back to your offer? Don't just post for the sake of posting. Please start posting intentional content, because your content, your stories, your posts are your main marketing material. So you need to be very, very intentional with how you use all of these. If a company's marketing is really bad, their ads are really bad, you don't like to watch them, you're not going to you're not going to go back and probably buy their stuff, right? But if like for example, Apple has these really, really cool ads, and it shows that, all the amazing photography you can do just from your iPhone. It looks so good. It's simple, clear marketing, and it's really attractive. So it really draws people towards that, and Apple phones are probably the most expensive right now, but why do people buy it? Because it attracts. There's something about it that attracts. Of course, your offer, your product also needs to be really good, but I'm sure, like, other phones like, Samsung and all of those other phones are equally good, maybe even better. But still, why does Apple hold a majority of the market share? That's because of their really nice marketing. So share parts of your offer that relate, share parts of your life that relate to your offer. Show them that how their life, how their business could look like after they implement what you teach. So here are some of the stories that I've taken from my stories and I've shared them. So I'm going to run through these stories so that, you can see how I embody the results, how I share with my audience that, this is what I cover inside my offers, and this is how I'm living my life. This is what I stand for. So if you can see in the first story, I'm saying, it was early in the morning, I think. So I say that, I am getting done with writing content first thing in the morning. So I say that, I came back from my walk, and the first thing that I'm doing is I've opened my laptop without even taking a bath. As you can see, I'm sitting in my pajamas and I'm sitting and writing content. It's such a simple story. It's showing my personal life. Like, I'm showing my face here, I'm showing what I'm doing. Like, people are inquisitive, people want to see you. So the more of you show, again, barring like, your nitty gritties, your personal stuff, you can show in any way or form. So, here I'm showing my face and I'm saying that I'm getting done with content first thing in the morning. So I always say that, content is really important. Content is what is going to do the heavy lifting for you. And you need to post daily content. So here in the first story, I'm trying to show that this is the first thing that I do in my day. I write my content because it is an important piece of the puzzle for me. It's one of the most important needle moving activities for me in my business. So that is what I'm showing. In the second story, here I'm saying that, I needed like a hair color, and it's a Friday morning, and I've spent like 3 hours sitting and getting my hair done. And that is something that I could never ever think of while being at my corporate law firm. I was a corporate lawyer back then. So I could never have imagined taking a Friday morning off and, spending 3 hours to get my hair done. And that is possible for me now. That is possible for me in this business, because this business gives me so much freedom. And this is also a way of showing that, because I value content so much, I put so much emphasis on posting daily content, that I don't need to be on sales calls. I have that freedom in my business that I can just take an off whenever I want. I'm not tied to my computer. I'm not tied to my, discovery calls and client calls. So this is what I'm trying to embody in my story here. Now, in the third story, as you can see, I'm showing my son here, and I'm just showing that, I'm sitting in his room and we are doing a puzzle together. So I just say that this life, this business, this freedom is everything that I wanted. So, this is what I stand for. And I'm trying to convey to my audience that you can have this too. You can have this life, you can have this freedom, you can have this business too if you really want. And I'm going to teach you how to do it, because I have done that for myself, which is why I'm sitting here right now spending time with my son, right? The last story is again a story with my son, and this is when we were on a holiday. We'd gone to Vietnam, and I'm sharing that, I wanted a business where I didn't have to rely on a few sales here and there. I was promoting a program back then, and I wanted stability, I wanted consistent income, I wanted like freedom. And I didn't just want to do one-on-one work, because I wanted to spend so much time with my son. I didn't want to be worried about like whether I can take an off, whether I can, spend time with my son, or where is my next client coming from. So, just this picture shows that, I'm spending time with my son, and this is what I stand for, and you can have this too. And when I speak about stability, when I speak about consistent income, when I speak about freedom from just doing one-on-one, I'm speaking to this person who wants the same thing. And I'm sure in my audience currently who's watching this training, I'm sure there's so many of you who want this right now. And while looking at these stories, you've not even consumed my stories in real life, but even while watching these stories, there's a thought going on in your head that, oh yes, I want this too. And you are saying that, if it's possible for her, then it's definitely possible for me too, because I'm showing you it is possible. I'm depicting it. I'm showcasing it that yes, these are the things that can be made possible for you as well. The next type of content you need to post is behind the scenes. Share stories, share your personality, share what you stand for. Lead with example, because you know what happens when you're leading with example, when you're showcasing your personality, your beliefs, or when you are sharing what you stand for, you attract more of such people. So I share that, I'm doing the work, I'm, planning out my content, I'm posting daily, I'm doing this, because I want to attract similar kind of people. I want to attract people who are serious about their business. I want to attract people who consider this as a business and not just a hobby, which is why I share all of those things. Share behind the scenes of your offer and what it includes. Stories are the perfect way or the perfect place to talk about the features of your offer, because you can show the features of your offer. You can show how the features can be used in different ways through your stories. So here is in the first story, I'm saying some change of scenery for today's effortless sales call. So if you didn't know, effortless sales is my signature 3-month-long group program. And I'm one of the features, one of the things that you get, of course, is group calls inside effortless sales. So instead of simply saying, I mean, of course I say that as well when I'm talking about the features, but I'm just showing that, I'm on a call, I'm getting ready to get on a group call for my program effortless sales. It's just a nice fun way of showing, something, a feature of my offer. And it also shows a little bit of, something's going on in her world. There are things happening, there are things moving, so much is happening, like, all of that. In the next story, I'm saying that I'm in bed before 9 p.m. today at such an amazing day, and coaching the ladies inside money making offer. They came prepared. So in this, I am again showing a little behind the scenes of my offer in a way. I'm not directly promoting, I'm not directly selling, I'm not like, talking about this, but I'm just subtly, very, very, very subtly leaving this imprint in people's mind that, oh, she had some offer running, she was doing a free 2-day event, and so I'm just talking about it, and talking about your things, talking about your offers in different ways registers better with people. So while anybody who would see this would want to read, okay, probably they think that maybe she's talking about what tea is she drinking or what is she doing, but instead I'm actually talking about one of the offers that I have. This is a very subtle way and a really good way of promoting your offers. In the third story, I'm saying that last 2 weeks were really tough for me. My baby fell sick, I was down with viral, baby caught the viral again, husband sprained his ankle. I'm sharing the difficult parts of my life, because let's face it, we will have difficult parts in our business. We will have life that will come in the way, because it's life. It's supposed to come in the way. It's supposed to have its ups and downs, and you falling sick, or your baby falling sick, or somebody falling sick, or something or the other happening. It will happen. But what I'm trying to show is that I'm subtly trying to depict that in spite of all of this, I'm still working on my business, because that's the kind of people I want to invite inside my programs. That's the kind of people I want inside. People who are action takers, even if life gets tough, even if things go bad, I want them to take action. Of course, you're allowed to have, like, days off and take time off, but let that not be an excuse. So I'm trying to show here that those things were not an excuse for me to not show up. I still showed up. I am still doing the work. You can see my planner here. You can see my computer screen here. So, I'm trying to subtly show those things. Now, in the last story here, I'm trying to say that I'm working on my new offer. So, just showing my laptop, some post-its, a notepad. It's a very different way of saying that, oh, I'm coming up with something new. I'm sort of teasing my audience that something new is coming up instead of just throwing it at them. So people are prepared that, oh, something new is coming up. Oh, so there's some more here. So in this story, I'm saying that I'm back to my Sunday planning sessions. So I'm showing my social media planner, my planner that I use, which I created myself, and I got it printed. So I'm trying to say that, and this is something that I've been following for years and years and years, that I sit down on every Sunday and I plan out my entire week. Everybody knows that probably by now about me. So I'm depicting that. I'm trying to show that, I am not just talk. I do the things that I talk. When I say I plan out my content. I take content very, very seriously. In this story, I'm depicting just that content creation is very important for me. It's one of the most important things, which is why I'm sitting down with my planner on a Sunday and I'm doing my Sunday planning session. In the next story, I'm just talking about that, I'm watching some K-dramas, and this is a little bit like behind the scenes, some personal stuff. But what the story did was that it got me so many DMs. It got me connected to so many people who are other K-drama fans. I've just recently started watching K-dramas and I fell in love with them. Just posting this got me, I think, some 8 or 10 comments from people on Facebook. I think there were a lot more who recommended so many shows to me. If you're somebody who loves K-drama, leave me a recommendation in the comments. I would love to see, because I'm on a bandwagon to like watch all of the K-dramas. But anyways, coming back to the training, this story got me so many comments from people. So it built that connection with my people. It built that connection. I got into their DMs. We broke the ice. Like, a lot of times people are just, even if people want to sign up for your offers, they're just hesitant to break the ice. So this personal story, it broke the ice. It let people comment. It let people send me a DM about, K-dramas. We had like a good chat about it. They recommended some to me, and all of that. Now, in the last story, what I'm saying is, again, I'm showing some behind the scenes, my laptop screen. It's an Excel sheet, my planner, my coffee, my post-it notes, and I'm saying that something new is coming up. So I'm teasing my audience in that way. I'm also showing behind the scenes, but at the same time, I'm teasing them that something new is coming. Get ready. Okay, so the next thing that you need to post is your celebrations, wins. Show that, clients are signing up for your offers. And at this stage, even if people are not signing up, but you're getting some DMs from people who want to know more about your offer, take a screenshot and post that. Share your client wins that, your clients send you, screenshots of, those messages that they send you. If they're not okay to share their name, which is okay, you can hide out their name, you can hide out their information, and you can just share things about them. Share your personal wins, and I'm going to share with you what personal wins can also look like, because they need not be all the big shiny wins that you have. Okay, so in this story, the first story is actually it's a personal story where I'm showing my son, I'm showing myself, and I'm showing like sort of we are ready to go somewhere. So I'm saying the weekend was just so great. We were partying till 4 on a Saturday, so unlike me. We went out for a nice dinner yesterday, and I signed a new client for an intensive strategy session. So this one piece of story is doing so many things. It's building that personal connection. I'm showing my son. I'm saying that, I had a really good weekend. I was partying, but that's not me. I don't usually party and, all of that. And at the same time, I signed a new client for a strategy intensive session. So it's showing personal stuff. It's showing my win that, I signed a client for something, and it's subtly trying to say to people who don't know that I also have an intensive strategy session that you can also sign up for. So if somebody is just looking for like a one-off session, they can send me a DM and they can ask me more about it without even me promoting it. I don't recommend you doing this all of the time and not actually promoting your offer, because that's really important. You need to be promoting your offer. But these are just subtle ways of selling without selling, actually. In the next story, I am sharing a client win. This was a client inside my group program, Effortless Sales. She sent me a screenshot about how good the program is, and it was the best decision to enroll. I took a screenshot, underlined the most important parts which I wanted to highlight, and posted it. Now, this is a small win that I am talking about. This is my win. And, I'm saying that one of my reels has got some 1100 views. 1100 views in a reel might not be a win for somebody, because they might think it's really low view. But for me, it was a big win, because all of my other reels were not doing that well at that time. So for me, that 1100 views was a big win for me. And like I said, be proud of your wins, no matter how small, no matter how big they are. And I shared about it, and I said that, okay, so this is a reel of mine. It's doing well, and this is what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to increase the views by directing people to that reel. Again, here I've linked the reel. So without, like when you post your feed stuff without any context, people don't want to click on it because they don't have any context. They don't have a reason to sign up, right? But here I'm saying that firstly, this reel is doing well for my standards. Secondly, I am talking about, what I wish I knew before I started my business. So, it arouses that interest in people's mind, and it directed and got me more views, so it was a double win for me. So that's what I'm saying when I say share your personal wins, no matter how small, no matter how big they are. Okay, moving on. The last story here is a client win. Again, a client inside Effortless Sales. She signed a high ticket client for a 3-month package, and I'm just sharing that screenshot here. Oh, demo. So this is again a win. And I say that, like somebody sent me a message saying, oh, I'm all in for this program. I took a screenshot and I posted it. And, it just says that, a lot of people are signing up for your offers. It shows that people are interested. It is just human psychology for other people to also see what's there, what this program is all about. And in the next story, again, this is a story that I've shared, but here, this is a win for me. And I'm subtly trying to share that, I had an amazing day because I was coaching inside my training money making offers, and people came prepared. So it's a little win for me, but it is a win nonetheless. And I'm showing that on my stories. Lastly, what you need to do is, or the post or the kind of content you need to post on your stories is sales content. You need to be selling every single day, no matter what you're selling, even if it's a free offer or it's a paid offer, anything, you need to be selling. Do not shy away from selling. So invite people to your offers, drop in your sales pitches, drop in links for people to sign up for, like, drop in the links, leave the links, direct them that, if this is what you want, click on the link and sign up for this offer, or save your spot for my free offer, or download this guide, or watch this training. Invite people and sell every day. So in the first story here, what I'm doing is that I'm just showing that, it was a working Sunday for me. And here, if you can see, I'm just promoting a free event, my money making offers, my free masterclass. And I'm not even asking people to, like, sign up for it. I'm not directly calling people out, but I'm subtly trying to show that, I'm showing behind the scenes, and I'm working on the slides for this offer, this masterclass, and this is what I'm going to be covering. And then I've dropped the link. Yes, I'm in the next story. What I'm doing is I'm giving little, teasers about my upcoming offer. And I'm saying this is what my upcoming offer is going to teach you: how to create high converting content that brings daily leads, etc. Watch this space for more. So, I'm subtly giving hints that this is coming. This is actually not that subtle. It's like outright there. But I'm not ashamed, because I'm a business owner. I am here to sell. I am here to invite people to my offers. So I'm sharing about my offer out there in the open. And I think after a day or two, I shared more details about this offer. And I said, DM me so and so word if you want to get in on the early bird price, like, things like that. Now, again, this is a free masterclass that I'm promoting. This was like a sort of like something about the offer, free masterclass, what it is, what it does, and what is it that you're going to learn, and just a link that, yes, I'm in. Now, here again, I'm talking about inviting people to send me a DM about my program, Effortless Sales. I'm saying that, the price is going to increase. So sign up for this. Effortless Sales is my 3-month long group program. It's going to help you do so and so. So these are there's so many different ways you can sell your offers on your stories. As you can see here, I've shared so many different types of ways I've shared my offers. Some of them are paid, some of them are free, but I'm selling every day. Now, this is the fun part. So this story deck, this story pitch formula has literally made me so much money. I can't even tell you. This is something that I create when I'm like starting to promote an offer. I have these couple of slides ready in my phone. I create them usually on Canva or on my phone, but I have them ready all the time with me. some days when I don't have time, some days when I'm like, I don't have time to create content, I just go out there and post these slides. Other days, what I'll do is I'll maybe talk about my offer, or I'll share something about my offer. I'll pick some of these slides and post them and add a call to action, and that I'm good to go. There are multiple ways that you can create these stories, multiple ways you can, use this story deck and use it to sell your offers. So what does this story pitch formula include? The first slide is a description of your offer, which means what is the title, what exactly is it, who is it for, what's the transformation in one crisp line. Slide 2 should be any story, like, just give a little bit of background about what your story was, or a client story, or a transformation that they've had. Slide 3 is the struggles or any bullet points that you can share about obstacles that your ideal clients have faced, or something like this program is perfect for you if, and you list down certain criteria. Slide 4 is when you talk about the outcome of your offer, like, what does their life look like after they've signed up. This program will help you do da 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 and paint the vision of the desired outcome. Slide 5 is going to be the deliverables and the features of your offer. Slide 6 is when you're going to do give them a call to action. You can say click the link here, or send me a DM with the word XYZ, or click the link in my bio to sign up. And the last is your social proof. You don't need to use all the 7 slides all the time together, but it's good to have them ready. Days when you have nothing to post, you can just use them and just post these 7 slides and you're good to go. I'm going to share how these look like for me. So the first slide here, the first story here is the title of the offer. What is it? It's Effortless Sales. It's a 3-month-long group program to create consistent sales and build a wildly profitable business in the most simple and fun way possible. What this does, in this you will learn how to build out a sold out product suite and build a wildly profitable business using a sales system that brings in sales on repeat. Inside the system, inside this program, I give you an entire system so that you can have a business that brings in consistent income. Now, this is a very, very tiny little story about me. I can go ahead, create more stories, add more client, transformations, but I just decided to share this here. Maybe someday I'll change it. The strategies inside effortless sales have taken my business from making a few $100s here and there to making $500, then $1,000, then $2,000, then $5,000 months consistently. So I went from making a few $100s to making $5,000 months consistently using the formula or using the trainings that I teach inside Effortless Sales. This is for you, and a little bit about, self-qualifying, letting your ideal client self-qualify. So give them a little bit of that. Then I say, imagine what 3 months from now would look like. I'm painting a little picture because I know these are the desires that my ideal client has. They want a solid structure to their business. They want a system that brings in repeatable sales. They want a product suite with offers that help them serve clients at different levels. So this is that. Now, in the next one, I'm sharing the process. What is the process that I use inside my program? We create sold out offers. We work on your magnetic client attraction. We work on your sales mastery. These are the features of your offer. And then I had a couple of more slides where I showed about, some client transformation, some screenshots, testimonials, etc. I don't use all of them all the time, but it's always good to have these ready. Every couple of days, I will share this. All 7 slides. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll just pick 2 or 3 out of them and use. Now, this is again something I wanted to show. This is again, this is sort of using the same story pitch formula, but I modified it a little bit because I wanted this to be on one slide itself. So this is for this current program, this current training that we are doing, the 3-day content challenge. What is it? What does it do? It's going to help you get more sales through your content. Now, what's the transformation? In these 3 days, you will learn the exact strategies and steps to have your content make sales for you. And this is what is going to be covered inside each of the days of the content challenge. And then I talk about one of the features is that you get like Telegram coaching inside for a week for free. So you can do this in this way as well, but it's always good to have these ready. There were days during while I was promoting this free content challenge when I just did not have the time to show up. So I simply used this one story, and I added a link and had people sign up. Okay, so now I'm just quickly going to see and summarize all that we have learned in the past 3 days. So, day one, we learned how to increase your reach and get more people to read all of your posts. Yesterday's training covered what are the things you need to do and what's the kind of content you need to post to attract people who are ready to pay and are empowered clients. And today's training covered what to post and how to sell your offer on your stories. So drop a 1 below if you found all the trainings really, really helpful. And also let me know if you're going to implement all that was taught inside these trainings. But when you are going to get results, we saw how you can increase your reach, how you can get your empowered clients, or what you can do to sell on your stories. But all of this will show result. All the trainings that I taught you in the past 3 days are going to get results for you only and only when you have clear messaging, when your offer is crystal clear, when it's simplified. You will start seeing the change. You will start seeing that your reach gets high, your visibility gets high. You start getting DMs from people who are empowered and ready to buy and are excited to work with you. Your stories start converting more. All of this is going to be possible only when you have clear messaging. And you know what happens when you have clear messaging? You know exactly what your offer is. Who is it for? What problem does it solve? What is the main transformation of your offer? You'll have a signature framework for your offer, and you'll know how to use that framework to sell your offer to get more people. You'll create a unique messaging point for your offer so that you don't fumble when people ask you about what your offer does. You don't go on like a long ass tangent where you just keep on talking, blabbing shit about your offer, because you will have a unique messaging point that you can just use anytime you need to talk about your offer. And your positioning will get strong. All of this will happen when you have clear messaging. And you know what else will happen? You will know what content to create every single day. Your pitches, your sales pitches are going to get stronger and more potent. You will know exactly what to say in your content. You will start creating more specific, highly converting content. Your content will start speaking to that one person and not the entire crowd. You will start arousing interest of your ideal clients. You will have to go on lesser and lesser and lesser sales calls. You will have to do lesser DM conversations, lesser time spent on engagement and all of those strategies. And what's going to happen? You will have more inquiries for your offers, more people clicking on the links that you drop, and eventually more sales and more money. And I cover all of this that I just told you inside my upcoming program, High Converting Content. This is a 6-week accelerator program. We are going to start next week. I'm so excited to start this container. Like, I literally can't hold my excitement. We have people. Yesterday, somebody signed up. It's going to be the best possible money that you invest. I can literally guarantee that, because you will walk out of this container after 6 weeks with absolutely crystal clear messaging. Your content will start speaking to your audience way more clearly than it does. People will start resonating with your offer. You will know exactly how to promote your offer every single day. And sales are just going to get easier and easier. So it's a 3-part process. We are going to clarify, we are going to position, and then we are going to convert. We'll firstly clarify your offer messaging and repackage your offer. Then we are going to start creating content that builds your authority. We'll literally, I'm going to dive into the words that you're going to be using and see whether they position you as an expert or not. And lastly, we are going to convert through multiple different ways, all of those leads. You get weekly live training calls with me where you can ask me any questions. You get a learning portal with all the trainings from the live, plus a lot more for lifelong access. You get real-time content audit and feedback from me, which is invaluable, I must say. You get daily chat support so that you can just come and ask me questions whenever you have doubt. You can leave the links, you can drop me your Word documents and have me go through your content, your messaging, ask me for changes, ask me for content ideas, and a lot of other things. And you get so many exclusive bonuses. But the full price of this program is $555. Currently, till this week, till Saturday, you can get Insight for just $333. And let me assure you, this is going to be the lowest price ever. From the next round onwards, the price is going to increase. You will definitely not have as much support. And this is literally the best time for you to sign up if you want more sales, if you want your content to make sales for you, if you want your content to start generating leads for you so that you spend less time on sales calls, so that you don't have to do all of the unnecessary stuff, so that your content becomes highly, highly potent. So that's it. If you are interested, I'm going to drop the link to the sales page in the comments below. You can check out, you can ask me any questions that you have. If you doubt, if you have the slightest doubt about the program, if you have literally any questions come up, I am more than happy to tell you, because I do not want you to regret your decision. So come ask me. My DMs are always open for all of you. Ask me anything that you want about the program. Any doubts, ask me if it's the right fit for you, and you know that I will never ever direct you in the wrong direction. So just come ask me, and I'm going to see you. Prompt for today, the last prompt for today, and you need to do this also to enter the giveaway. Giveaway is 1 week Voxer coaching with me, and this prompt for today is you need to use this script. You can use it on your stories, you can post it on like a static post, you can use it on a reel, you can use it anywhere. And the script is, over the past 30 days or 6 months or 1 week or whatever time period, I have ... and this is something where your ideal client wants to be. Something like, over the past 30 days, I've generated over 100 leads just through my content. Over the past 30 days, I have overcome this major obstacle, and just talk about the obstacle that I was stuck with. Over the past 6 months, I have lost, 10 kilos of weight. Anything that your ideal client wants, speak about that. Who would like a step-by-step guide or a training on how you can achieve it too? So this is when you're calling out your leads and you're asking them that I have something for you. I can help you get to where you want. Do you want this? So this could be anything that you can send them to. It can be like a training that you did long back, a live that you did long back, a free guide that you already have created, or even like a post or a reel that you've created on this topic. You can direct them there. Use it. Let me know. Come inside the Telegram group. I'm hanging out there this entire week for you to ask me any questions. Leave the links to your content, the content prompts that you've used. And if you have any more questions, come inside the Telegram group. I see some people asking questions here. Some people asked questions here yesterday as well. I would love for you to come inside the Telegram group. But if you do not have Telegram, I'll come back, circle back here and answer them for you. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Thank you all for attending this. And please share your wins, your feedback with me. I love to see all of that. And that's it. I'm going to see you inside somewhere. Stay in my world. I would love to have you inside my free containers, my paid containers, anywhere. This is an open space. And that's it, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.